Just Drinking's back with Don Papa small batch rum.
Yeah, baby.
So we got Don Papa in the bottle tonight. I'm excited about this. We actually had somebody bring this up within the last couple months here. We had someone suggest getting into the Don Papa brand. So what did we do?
We went out, we found it. Here it is.
Bam, we've got a bottle because that's how dedicated we are.
I love the labeling on this too.
This has so much. It's got a cigar labeling feel. It's in a traditional one of those rum bottles. You guys know, right? This is a Bleeding Heart Rum Company who makes this. This is a 40%, 80 proof, and looks like right here, so it's aged in oak, and the spirit of Don Papa lives in us all. We didn't know that, but it does.
That explains a lot, right?
Now, you think they would have covered that in health class, but they didn't.
So, do you know where this is from?
The Philippines.
It is.
Yes, because this little red sticker right here says product of the Philippines.
There you go.
I just happened to read that before you answered. See, I'm studying for your questions. This is how I study. I read the bottle. I'm very prepared.
There's a lot of really intricate information on this bottle.
There's also a really cool guy with a monocle. Can I just say that that's probably the most
cool.
This is probably the most important thing on the bottle. Is this
I love
guy,
the artwork on this.
This guy. Oh, it's not a monocle.
It's not?
No, it's a lizard's tail.
Oh.
Like gecko or lizard or chameleon or whatever you want to call it. Salamander. I'm not really sure what it is.
I don't think they probably have.
He also has a little gremlin in his necktie. There's a lot going on with this guy. But he does have a great stash. But I'm pretty sure his stash is a caterpillar. Wow,
very unique artwork.
This picture just gets more different the weirder the more I look at it.
I wonder if that's a clue to how the flavor of the rum is going to be.
You start out and it seems simple, but then it's like,
this is so complex, right?
That's the way I like my rum. This rum is first aged for up to 7 years in oak barrels in the foothills of Mount Conlan. Mulan. Is this from Disney? Mulan. Conlan. Is this her brother? She didn't have a brother. There was no guys in that.
No.
Cousin.
No.
That's what it was.
Different place.
Conlan. Mount Conlan. Not to be confused with Mulan. All right. Now we're past that. Before being blended to perfection. With a rich, smooth taste and notes of vanilla and candied fruits, Don Papa is perfect straight on the rocks or in your favorite cocktail.
Well, we will be the judge of that.
I actually really love that these flavors in here. I feel like it's going to be a little bit more for a sweet rum drinker, sweet palate.
I have a sneaking suspicion you'll be sadly disappointed.
You think so? You think it's going to be sharper than that? I mean, it says vanilla and candied rocks.
Well, let's break this thing open.
Candied fruits, not rocks. I don't like candied rocks. Candied fruits.
I don't. Anyhow. All right, can we break this baby open?
I suppose if you stop yelling at me, let's open this bottle up.
All right, let's do it. Oh yeah,
yes.
Very nice.
Nice sound. Love that cork.
It's got some unique artwork even on that label.
There's a spider on the top.
There's just a ton of really...
I don't like spiders, so I'm not a fan of that. But it is cool artwork. I just don't like spiders. If it was a real spider, I would be screaming.
I know.
Luckily, I can handle photos since the age of 13. Photos of spiders no longer scare me after the age of 13.
Wow,
this has
definitely interesting.
Man, I
think you might be right.
I think so. I mean, smelling this thing, you get such a sweet smell. It has like a kind of like a candied. What are the rocks? What are those rocks called? Candy rocks.
The
rock candy. Is it just rock candy? Is that just what they call it?
I think so.
Rock candy. It has kind of a rock candy kind of smell to it.
Yeah.
I get the vanilla very heavily. The candied.
Or are you
fruits,
thinking about Pop Rocks?
No, not Pop Rocks.
Okay.
It does not smell like Pop Rocks. I definitely get like a fruit snack, very high fruity, vanilla, maybe rock candy kind of scent.
This is
it's
got
very
a beautiful
rich.
color to it.
Very rich. I think it's going to be sweet.
Whoa. That is really interesting. I have never had anything even remotely close to anything like this.
I think candied fruits is hitting this one spot on. I get like kind of a, hold on.
Very low heat. It is dry.
What were those little bars in school? They weren't bars. They're like, they weren't Laffy Taffy, but they were the slim things, but they were fruit. You know what I'm talking about? It was like fruit in a...
My school days are different than your school days.
In your school days, what'd you do? Eat like freaking buttered bread? Like, what'd you guys have back then?
Apples.
Didn't they have like the fruit that's like a stick, but it's like...
fruit on a stick?
Not fruit on a stick. It's not a stick. It's like the same shape as like what would be like Laffy Taffy, but it's longer and bigger, but it's a fruit kind of thing. I get that flavor. I just don't remember what it is, but it's like
on a stick.
Yes. No, it's not on a stick.
Okay.
It's like a stick of dried fruit. It's not on a stick. It's just longer and square, kind of like a fruit bar kind of a thing, but it's thin, like super thin, like Laffy Taffy kind of thing. It's like that dried fruit is what I'm getting. Anyway, whatever. It has a vanilla flavor in the note as well. There is a vanilla. We're moving past this. I'm done with the fruit bar. I'm sorry for the bad explanation. I'm going to do better. Starting over.
I enjoyed it.
I get orange peel, some dried apricot, maybe some dried cranberry, and then I just get like vanilla.
You know what? I think you nailed the hell out of that.
Because it's the bar. That's what the bar is, minus the vanilla. I just don't know what the bar is.
You're going to confuse everybody with the bar.
I know. I'm sorry. but it's not very heated. It's very smooth, a little dry, but I think it's a great...
It's not extremely dry. It's just a little dry,
right?
It's just got a very low heat on it.
But I like this because I think the question a lot of people are wondering is how sweet is it? It's not overly sweet.
No,
You're not getting those sugary notes that you think of with like fruit rum, right? It's very natural.
It tastes very natural.
Tastes very natural, very good. It's just a nice blend of those flavors with vanilla in there, but like it's very, very tasty.
You know, what's really interesting is a lot of times, you know, rum companies will put, you know, their flavors that you're going to expect to see in the tasting of the rum.
Yes.
Many of those times, they're completely wrong.
Yeah.
They really are. However, this one is right on the spot.
But that also depends on your palate. They're wrong because your flavors coordinate with different things.
They're wrong because I say they're wrong. I'm just saying.
Royer said so. You got it wrong on the bottle. Clearly, you guys who distilled the bottle of rum, made it, had no idea
what you're talking about.
What the flavors were in
None.
your rum.
It's
Clearly.
like you almost never tasted it
You
at
guys,
all.
I don't understand why you didn't just hire us to tell you what was in the bottle.
Give us a call.
This is...
We can help you out.
They are never calling us. Right now, they're turning us off like, okay. If you guys have made it this far, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button. Give us the thumbs up and let more people know about the rum community as we review rums each and every week. We love it. We appreciate it. We appreciate you. Now let's find out a little bit more about this rum.
What are we doing next, Robert?
We are going to be doing it mixed. So we obviously, anybody that watches the show weekly, we always mix it in a Diet Coke, Diet Pepsi, a little bit of a pop mixer. This just gives us a general idea of mixability. Now we know most people will either drink it on its own, put it in a fancier cocktail, drink it on ice, but we do this for the general backyard rum drinker because this is how most of the people coming in are going to try it, as well as, you know, it's the world's most famous cocktail. So we keep it nice and neat. We do the same thing with every rum in every category just to try it out and see what it's like.
Wow, it really holds those flavors.
It's very rich. It has those vanilla note is more, I think it's more apparent when you mix it.
I think the oak barreling is a little bit on the backside. You can hardly taste it.
It's funny that you say that because I don't think we even mentioned it really much on its own. And, you know, I'm thinking about it and I'm like, okay, I think I can see where a little bit of it was, but you're right. It's a back note. It's very subtle. Just a little bit of oak flavor in there. I do think it blends well. Has more of a vanilla flavor with those dried fruit notes following with the little oak finish.
Yep.
I think is a great way to describe it.
I think it's a delicious rum. I really do.
It reminds me a little bit of the Wandering Spirit with the vanilla, but I think this brings a richness of those candied fruits. It brings a nice new flavor to the aspect of that rum that I really appreciate. I like what they did.
I agree. So how much do you think that we paid for this bottle?
I'm going to go ahead and assume that you paid $36 for this bottle of rum.
Very, very, very close. We paid $40.
40 bucks. Okay, nice $40 rum. I always say $30 to $40 is my favorite price point to buy at. So
and I will say I'm not disappointed. I think this is a good solid value for this rum.
I'd absolutely pay 40 bucks for this. Like that's not out of the spectrum at all.
Okay, now that we got that out of the way.
Yes.
How are you going to rate this on its own?
On its own, I think this one has a lot of great flavors. I'm going to give it a solid 7.5 out of 10. I think it's a delicious rum. I think it's a little dry, but I think it's smooth. I love the flavors. 7.5 out of 10, easy.
I'm going to agree with you 100%. 7.5 all the way.
As you usually do, because I am intelligent and very accurate with my ratings.
Okay.
Yes.
As a mixer.
As a mixer, I think it's a little bit better. I'm gonna bump it up to an 8.5. I think it's a great rum. I love it mixed. I'm gonna give it 8.5 out of 10.
I'm gonna go to an 8.
8, stickler.
Okay. Yep. I'm just
Scrooge.
Yep. Go try and find a bottle. Try it for yourself.
Yes.
And if you're out and about at the bar, restaurant, wherever, ask them to carry something like this.
Do you have a little Don Papa? Sounds like a rap. Sounds like we need to lay down a beat and a little bit of Don Papa. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it when they call me Don Papa. Yeah. That is Don Papa small batch rum. Make sure you guys check your local liquor stores. Look them up online. Find them on rumratings.com. Order yourself a bottle. Don't take our word for it. Try the bottle for yourself today.
Do it. Do it today.
If you guys like what we did and you don't condone the hurting of any dolphins in any making of rum, if you love dolphins, you will hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up. But if you love when people torture dolphins, I guess you can just click away and scroll on. But that's just too bad, But otherwise, you can hit that subscribe button. We would love to have you here. You can also scroll down and click the link to the Just Drinking After Hours, which is our Facebook group, where we have more fun conversations after the show. We're live every week. We would love for you guys to come back every single week. We appreciate you being here. This is the best rum community in all of YouTube. And with that, Royer, let's get him home safe.
Always drink responsibly, never drink and drive, and no rums are harmed during the making of this video.
Not at all. We'll see you next time, guys.
Take care.
Dude, we're going to be messing up so many words. How are we supposed to pronounce this? What do you think I am? A dictionary major?
Conlan. Conlan?
That sounds made up. That sounds made up.
No, it's Conlan.
Conlan? That sounds more believable.
No. Yeah, that's it.
Conlan.
I am telling you, that is it.
I don't believe you most of the time, though.
You tell me stuff.
You really shouldn't. You tell me stuff all the time, and it's not right.
Oh, just the stuff that I'm lying to you about.
Exactly why I'm worried.
I want to make you look like an idiot. That's all.
You know you don't have to try very hard.
I know, and I usually don't. That bar's set pretty freaking low.
All right. It's like, I'm pretty sure there's like some dried cranberry, maybe like, got like some dried apricot.
Are you thinking of fruit roll-ups?
No, I'm not thinking of fruit roll-ups. It's not that sweet. It's like a dried fruit, like a dried out fruit.
So I want to make sure
I understand. The sweetness of fruit,
now, hang on.
but not sugared fruit.
I want to make sure I understand this correctly. I'm not sure what school you went to, but the school that you went to.
School of Special Children.
Yes, okay. You had the stick-like candy that was made out of fruit.
Yes.
So it's hard like a stick.
No, it's not hard.
But it also tasted like the rum that you're drinking.
Yes.
I mean, this is bringing back memories of grade school or what?
Yes.
I'm confused.
It is. No, it's not a stick. It's not hard. It's like a gooey fruit bar, but it's super thin. It's like Laffy Taffy. I don't know what it's called. Sorry, I was like 7. Whatever. Judgmental much, but like literally it tastes like that dried fruit. So like something like a dried cranberry, dried apricot, dried some of those natural fruits blended together in like this, what would be a like maroon bar that it came out to be. Bar. It was like maroon colored,
like
right?
Maroon 5, the band.
No, how do you even know who that is?
I
like
know lots
seriously.
Of things. Well, I'm sure no dolphins were harmed in the producing of this rum.
That's probably accurate. I love it when dolphins aren't hurt in the making of rum.
Yes.
For those rums that hurt dolphins,
we boycott them.
We boycott them. They're not on the show.
No.
How many people do you think are Googling whose rum hurts dolphins right now? Like after we made the whole spiel about no dolphins were harmed, how many Google searches for how many dolphins are harmed in the making of rum per year just happened during this like 10-minute, 11-minute video?
I'm not sure. Probably quite a few.
I love it. I hope everybody's actively protecting the dolphins. Makes me proud.